We're talking about some do's and don'ts of setting up a record label with Heather Johnson and Ryan Capps of 99Lives. To give us some context about the trajectory of 99Lives, maybe we can just map out very quickly the timeline of 99Lives growth with some key moments.
God, what we didn't know would fill the Grand Canyon. And I guess that'll be the whole point of today, right? Is that like what we didn't know would fill the Grand Canyon because there was nobody there to tell us. And it really felt like anybody who was in the industry really sat on it. They were like, oh man, rooting for you. And we're like, yeah, well, if we can just get our name on everyone's lips, then that really for us felt like that was the only thing we needed to do. And they said, well, yeah, that's every business in the world. Good luck, pal. But the problem that they didn't like kind of bank on was that we pulled together the label. And then right out of the gate, we had Ian Stapleton, who goes by the YouTube name Ssundee, as one of our business partners. And he had never endorsed anything commercially on his multi-million subscriber YouTube channel before. And so he came out one day and said, hey, I built a music label with some friends. You should go check it out. It's over on this website. And we expected kind of like some slow growth that we had seen interest from friends. And instead we got hit with the same amount of traffic that you would expect with a Super Bowl commercial. It crashed a website that we were doing digital giveaways with that Nate built anticipating heavy traffic, but we got hit with halftime at the Super Bowl type of traffic that crashed everything we were doing. We shot out of the gate, and instantly, as somebody who had never really been in music before, I was the guy who collected all the jobs that nobody else wanted to do. So I was trying to tackle legal. I was trying to tackle accounting. I was trying to do customer service, working with the artists, like taking their emails and Skype calls and trying to make them feel
distribution.
Like,
you did distribution,
yeah, I did
rights registration. Yeah, you did everything.
I figured out what PROs were because nobody wanted to tell me because I have a theater degree and I can't sing and I don't play a musical instrument. And here we were all of a sudden with my email being hit by billboards saying, hey, you guys are charting. You're right behind the Chainsmokers on EDM. Do you guys have cover art? And I was like, no, we do. Yeah.
It's tough because, in the whole team of 5 people, not a single person we had musicians, but we didn't have music business people right. That understood rights management, that understood data management, that understood the value of those things. And that information isn't necessarily free flowing. It's more so now. You can find a lot more books and a lot more people willing to kind of talk about the experience, but every person that I talk to now that wants to start a label, they get wrapped up in the cool creativity aspect, the cover art, the music itself, the grassroots campaigns of chasing down, influencers to promote their music or blogs or playlisting. And all of those things can be fun and the curation process can be fun. But on the backside, probably about 80% of this is about knowing where to register your rights, making sure you're chasing down your rights and protecting those rights, which there aren't a lot of tools to do. Making sure you've got a good legal team in your corner that's willing to chase down when someone has downloaded your asset and has now put it up on, DistroKid claiming that it's yours. Like probably a good 20% of my job is chasing those things down. Just the legal end of it, right? And it's hard to learn.
I remember sitting in jury duty, wondering if I was going to get called up, and I was sitting there with the book All You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman. And I was sitting there reading it, and it's written from the point of view of like, if you're an artist, here's what you should look for in the label. And it was mostly about, obviously it's like a music industry Bible. But the thing is like, here's how artists don't get screwed. And so I was sitting there taking notes, basically like a photo negative, where I was like, we shouldn't do this because this is what bad labels, don't be Berry Gordy, don't Motown people. Like I was just going through going like, okay, well, here's the holes. So let's reverse engineer the other direction. Yeah. And then on top of that, all the sexy stuff got a lot of the attention, but I felt like Chicken Little a lot of the time going, we need bookkeeping. We need to know how much of our money is ours and how much is royalties for artists. None of us seem to know what sync rights are. None of us seem to know the difference between the types of rights that a track can hold and who can hold them and
who collects them.
Right. And thankfully, Nate, our CTO, who is now a member of the Songtradr family, Nate is just a voracious sponge when it comes to anything, whether it's technology or music law. If it's something that he can figure out and it solves a problem that's in front of him, we had a Nate who would sit down and just go, I'm going to figure out 100 years of music law. Mm-hmm. And then he would go do it.